Hey, good evening. So, this is part 5 of the Spanish Inquisition. In the last episode, we talked about the limpieza de sangre, which is the blood cleansing ritual. This this is how Spain shifted from investigating belief to investigating ancestry. It wasn't just, are you Christian anymore? It became, were your grandparents Christian? And that mindset didn't stay in Spain because in 1492, Spain wasn't just unified, it was expanding. And when Spain crossed the Atlantic, it carried its system with it. So the Spanish Inquisition itself eventually followed. Tribunals were established in major colonial centers such as Mexico City in 1571, Lima in 1570, and Cartagena in 1610. These weren't symbolic offices, they were full courts. They operated with formal accusations, written testimonies, interrogations, recorded proceedings, and public sentencing ceremonies. The structure was familiar, but the setting was new. Now, here's something important. Indigenous populations were generally not tied to the Inquisition in the same way that the European settlers were. They were considered newly converted Christians and placed under missionary oversight. The Inquisition focused primarily on Spanish settlers, Portuguese conversos who had migrated, Moriscos, foreign Protestants, traders accused of heresy in cases of blasphemy or religious deviation. So the machine followed the empire, but its targets, they shifted. Now connect this back to limpieza de sangre. In Spain, ancestry determined opportunity. In the Americas, ancestry began structuring society itself. Over time, colonial society became categorized: Spanish-born elites, American-born Spaniards, mixed ancestry population, and indigenous people. Identity became layered, ranked, documented, and enforced socially. The Inquisition didn't invent colonial caste systems, but it operated inside the same logic. Belief could be examined, ancestry could be recorded, loyalty could be questioned. And in a growing empire, that mindset became powerful because empires fear instability, and systems of classification reduced uncertainty. So here's the deeper shift. In medieval Europe, the church investigated heresy. In Spain, the crown nationalized that system. In the Americas, Spain expanded it into imperial space, not just territory expanded. Control expanded, the right to define belonging expanded. So next, we're going to talk about going into real colonial cases, what people were accused of overseas and how trials unfolded in Mexico and Peru, and whether the colonial Inquisition was harsher or more restrained than in Spain. Because once the machine crossed the ocean, it didn't operate exactly the same. So you guys follow for part 6.